Hey besties, guess what? Your girl got paid again, okay? I am always excited in this day and age when I get a paycheck. So I am going to be completing my bi-weekly paycheck budget, and I have some exciting changes. Well, not some, like one or two that I want to share with you in this budget. So if that's something that you're here for, go ahead and stay tuned. All right, besties, let's hop right into it. So this is my second paycheck in the month of September, and let's see, we're gonna do the budget for that. Now, if this is your very first time here, my name is Jasmine, aka Budget Treasures, and here on my channel I talk about all things finance with the emphasis on budgeting, saving money, and paying off debt. And if you're not subscribed, this is your invitation to subscribe to the channel. And if you are returning bestie, hey girl, hey. All right, let's get into this good old budget. So taking an overlook at September, I have a little note for myself here. Okay, gas. So I already paid the gas bills paid. All right, so I am a paycheck to paycheck budgeter, which basically means that every paycheck I complete a budget, and usually I am paying the bills that's within the next two pay periods. So with me losing my job, things will be a little bit different. Probably like the second half of October, I'll kind of see how my paychecks are going to come in, and then I will be showing that process with you guys, so you know we can still, so that I can still pretty much you know, win with my money as much as I possibly can. So looking at this closer, we are here. So payday is here, and I am going to be paying the bills for the next 2 weeks out of this paycheck. So that's my solar bill. And what it looks like is that I actually need to do October's setup, which I didn't realize. I need to do October setup so that I'll know what bills it is that I have. This month really just like flew by, seriously. I didn't even realize that October is literally right around the corner. So with that being said, I really wasn't even prepared to do the budget. Oh my gosh. What am I gonna do? Because I need, well, what I can do is just document the paydays. I know if I'm getting paid on the 27th, the next time I'll get paid is here. And then the next payday should be here. But I know for sure this will be the next normal paycheck. So any bill that I have up until the 11th will be what I need to include on this bill. And let me just get my bill tracker so that I'll know which bills I need to include in this next budget. So since I don't already have October completed, I am gonna really need to pay attention on what I'm doing to make sure I budget all of my numbers. So like I always do, I am going to put y'all on a little bit of a hold, okay? Let me give y'all some hold music to listen to while I put this together, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it.
Tell me what you done for me lately. Baby, I see you hanging with your friends, chilling day and night for days on end. Now you can't come see me tonight. Say you ain't got the time. I'm the last one you prioritize. Peeping your IG pictures on my phone. I won't spend
So what I decided to do is kind of walk you through the process of me budgeting each area so that you kind of understand how I budget and my methodology of budgeting, just in case you are really trying to figure this out. So this is kind of like, you know, budgeting for beginners. So I do have a bill account, and in this bill account, I pretty much only pay bills out of this account. And so I have this money separated from the rest of my money. When it comes to my mortgage and really my HOA, but when it comes to those two things, I actually have those separated, that money separated as well. So this really takes care of everything, or the bill account takes care of everything outside of the mortgage and the HOA. So that's what all this money is for. And here I start with the fixed expenses. And the reason why I start here first is because these are the non-negotiables. So that's the reason why I put this here first. I know that some people talk about paying themselves first, and they talk about saving first before they do anything else. And for me, it's different. Because if I'm unable to pay my bills, then unfortunately I'm not going to be able to save money. So I do it this way first. I do give my tithes first and foremost, and then I do everything else. Now, when we talk about tithing, I am a true believer of tithing, and there hasn't ever been a situation in my personal life where me tithing has prevented me from saving money, paying off debt, paying my bills, and things like that. I've actually been blessed in marvelous ways from tithing. And so I am a strong believer in the event that my money was impacted in a way where I wasn't able to pay my bills, and I had to decide, am I gonna pay my bills or give a tithe? I'll probably still give the tithe because I feel as though that's where God is testing me. And, you know, am I really believing in what I see, or am I believing in the truth and what I know and what I believe about Him? So for me, I'll probably still give the tithe, and, you know, I'll worry about everything else later, to be honest with you. But my tithe is not like the full amount of my mortgage or something like that. But I would definitely look at decreasing other areas before giving up that part. I mean, I would probably have to be bone dry to nothing, and that just won't happen. So I want to give a little context on that because I do have people who ask me those type of questions, and that's just what I believe for my own personal life and my finances. So then next here is solar. So solar is $99.44. This is my solar bill. I do have solar panels on my home, and I do have a court debt that's $75. I have Apple. This is like my apps and things, but it goes to my Apple credit card, and I just pay it from there. I do have apps that I use, which basically, I think I have Apple Storage, and then a couple of other things that I pay for monthly, like Apple Music and those things. So I don't separate it out. It is separated on my Apple bill, but I just pay it through here. Netflix is $15.49. Internet cable $117.52. ADT $59.99. Sirius XM $7.27. And then my electric bill is $151.89. So my electric bill is definitely higher. Hopefully it will start going down now that the summer is ending. Hopefully that will go down. So now what I'm going to do before I add everything up, I am just going to identify what things are on auto pay. I do have a lot of my bills on auto pay because it's just easier for me that way. The only thing that I don't have on auto pay is my utility bills. Yeah, I probably will never put those on auto pay. I don't know. I probably, like, I have a thing with that. It fluctuates so much that I just don't want to do it. And let me see. What am I missing here? I know it's something else that I wanted to state. but maybe I don't. So now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna add all of my fixed expenses up, which is my bills, and then we'll go from there. So this is pretty high. $840.81 is how much money I'm paying in bills with this last paycheck. $840.81. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the total of my bill amount, so $2,809.20, and then I'm gonna subtract $840, and that leaves me with $1,969.20. So I want to share with you guys some really great news. So my daughter will now be picking up the food budget, so I don't have to take care of that, and I'm super excited and happy about that. So I used to take a standard $150 out every other paycheck in order to buy food. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm only gonna take $50 out. Now I'm trialing this out, and I'm gonna see what that $50 is gonna go for is if I need to just run to the store and grab something, or mainly, let me just be honest, it's for eating out. Okay, so if there is a situation where maybe I don't want to cook or anything like that, then I will have that $50 for that. So we will see. If it gets to a point where I'm not really using it, then that money just automatically goes into saving. Okay, the next thing that I take out here is toiletries, and this is, of course, you know, the women products that I need, and I do take out a standard $40 every paycheck. And then household items, I take out a standard $40 as well. Sometimes I might take out a little bit more depending on what items I have on hand. Next is the transportation, and this is gas. The way that I run my gas is I get my gas on my credit card, and then I pay it off every 2 weeks. That way I'm able to get my points from the credit card that I use. It does give back a lot of points. I already have like a lot of money that I have in rewards. So in order to pay off I'm paying off a week behind. So I'm gonna be paying off the gas that I got for the last 2 weeks, and let me share with you what that is. So that was a total of $169.98, which was a lot actually for gas. Usually I'm at like $130, so I must have been driving a lot. Well, I did go to one gas station that wasn't really cheap, and I didn't go to Costco. Usually I go to Costco, and the gas for me, excuse me, cheaper at Costco. So now I am gonna add these totals, and we'll see what I am left with. So a total of $299.98. And I'm gonna see what I am left with now. So $1,669.22. So now the next areas that I go to is my sinking funds, which is if I'm saving for anything, any extra debt, and then any savings. So next I actually skip these two and I go to savings, because for me saving is what's next on the list for me. And I'm gonna get my savings challenges to see how much money I have coming to save. So actually I will be saving 40 plus 15, what is that, 60? $55. So I will be saving $55 for the 52-week challenge. So it's $55. And then for the 3K challenge, I'm going to be saving so let's see, I usually go for the lowest dollar amount, and I'm kind of getting to some high dollar amounts now. Actually, I only have one $70 circle, and then I have a couple of $75 circles, so it's going to be $75, and that's a total of $145 that I'm going to be saving towards my 3K savings. Also, I am going to be saving for my 1 month ahead in my mortgage. And I'm going to take the $100 that I was spending for food and groceries, and I am going to be putting that up here. Okay, so that is what I have decided to do, is instead of just, just letting the money sit there, I'd rather take the money out and put it towards something else. And I'd rather put it towards savings. So now I'm gonna take the $1,669.22 and subtracting 100 from there is $1,569.22. Savings total 55 plus 175 is a total of 230. So I'm taking the $1,569.22 and I am subtracting 230 from that, and that leaves me with $1,339.22. And so this will be the rollover for next pay period. So now that the budget is complete, what I do next is on the day that I am paid, which is basically my payday routine, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna make any payments, or I'm gonna pay any bills that's not on auto pay. I'm gonna visit the bank, I'm gonna take the money out, and I am going to separate my cash into my daily envelopes and then also my savings challenges and whatever else it is that I need to contribute the money to. And then I have a wonderful 2 weeks that everything goes perfect. What I really do also need to be saving for, honestly, is I need to start saving for my brakes, my tires, and my car maintenance sinking fund, because this is something that I actually forgot to start saving for. So I need to get my brakes done. I need to get, I think it's 2 new tires. And then I also need to get some spark plugs for my car. And so I am gonna be doing a exercise on how much money it is that I need to save for that, so I can get that done and completed. But that is pretty much it. If you have any questions on how I complete my budget, or if I need to clarify anything, please ask me down in the comments. So I think that is pretty much it. I'm gonna be closing this budget out in a separate video. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in another video. Go be great, besties. Peace out.
Just pulled up to the house, don't feel like getting out. I'ma just lay back and crack this window.